Here we have a nice chunk of beef brisket. It's about 15.5 pounds. And what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna cut it into 2 chunks. A smaller chunk that we're gonna cure into corned beef, and then a larger chunk that we're gonna smoke today. We've never made our own homemade corned beef, so I'm pretty excited to give this a try. All right, so here's the finished end of the corned beef, the chunk of brisket that we're gonna cure into corned beef. This is all the excess fat that I trimmed off. You can see I still left a ton on because that fat just adds so much flavor and goodness to the corned beef. But these are the 2 chunks here that we have. So we're gonna go ahead and make the brine and start getting that cured. What I have here is 1/2 gallon of water. And I will make sure and link the recipe and instructions in the description below. There's 1/2 cup of kosher salt, Morton's kosher salt, 1/4 cup of dark brown sugar, 2 teaspoons of pink curing salt. This is not Himalayan sea salt or regular pink salt, it's pink curing salt or Prague powder. And then 1 1/2 tablespoons of the pickling spices. And you can do the pickling spices yourself or you can purchase them. I just bought a jar of pickling spice to make this as easy on myself as possible. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to heat the brine up until it starts boiling and then let it cool back down to room temperature before we soak the corned beef, before we soak the beef brisket into it. Marinating, and I have to admit it smells wonderful, but I'm a little disappointed that it isn't pinker. I was told that the pink curing salt is what turned the meat pink, and the meat is not pink like the corned beef that you see in the grocery stores, but it definitely smells corned beefy. I also put an extra spoonful of the pickling spice in here while we cook it. I am actually going to cook the corned beef in my electric pressure cooker, so I'm going to take this custom setting and then I'm going to bump it up to, we're going to do 90 minutes. So let me turn that up to 90 real quick. Okay, so typically I've done this before and it would take about 1.5 hours to do the corned beef. So there we go, up to 1.5 hours. And then we're going to, full pressure. There's no need for a delay because we want to cook it now, and then we'll keep it on warm. So it will keep on warm when it's finished. All right, so now there we go. I'm gonna go and put the lid on. I'm gonna let that cook. Wow, look at that corned beef. Oh my goodness. I had a hard time getting it out of the cooker because it is just falling apart. So it's perfectly cooked. Not for sandwiches, but just for eating. Look how it's just falling apart, and look at that beautiful pink in the middle. I was really, really worried because of how brown it was on the outside that it wouldn't show the pink like we're used to with our corned beef. Boy, am I so happy to be wrong about all of that. And now we're going to dig in and we're going to give it a try. Look at that. It smells delicious. It looks delicious. I bet it's going to taste every bit as good as it smells.